Today, I'm going to be showing you the best Arc Raiders glitches working after the latest patch. Not only can you get unlimited coins, unlimited blueprints, and unlimited items in the game, but you can also do all of this as a solo player. This is going to save you hours worth of time, and I've compiled all the best working glitches in Arc Raiders after the latest patch to help you out. So let's hop right into things. There have been multiple different duplication glitches you might have seen, so if you smash that like button and subscribe for more, you can keep up with all the latest and greatest glitches before they get patched. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was my $1 million giveaway. Now every single video, including this one, I will be giving away $1 million in the Discord that is linked in the description down below, allowing you guys to mitigate any risk whatsoever. I'll explain what I mean in a second, but the newest patch in Arc Raiders was absolutely enormous. 1.13.0 is the patch number, and all of these glitches in this video are both safe to do and also work after the latest patch. However, there is still a duplication glitch out there for throwable items, and unfortunately MitchCactus introduced a new most valuable item, the familiar duck in the game, so you can easily duplicate a $7,000 duck every single second. People are able to get millions of coins in the game, but this requires a third-party macro program, and if you use macros in Arc Raiders, you can be banned and considered a cheater. So there's multiple other glitches that you can do right now with zero risk, and then you can also enter my giveaway in my Discord to get $1 million every single video. So make sure that you support me by entering that giveaway, and otherwise let's hop into all the latest and greatest glitches in Arc Raiders after a quick word from our sponsor. Do you want to get unlimited blueprints, materials, and coins instantly? Well, you need to check out MitchCactus. They're the absolute biggest and most reliable in Arc Raiders, and whether you're looking to increase your level to max or help with raids or quests, they got you covered. Everything is completely safe and legit for Xbox, PS5, and PC, and they are super trusted by the community. You may have seen them all over YouTube, and that's for good reason. Now, with over 20,000 reviews and thousands of personalized vouchers, they're the go-to for all things Arc Raiders. Make sure you use code XMB for 5% off. So here it is. This is the instant blueprint, instant rare loot glitch that is so easy to do as a solo player. How you do it is you simply need a single key card of whichever door you'd like to unlock an unlimited amount of time. Now, unlike the Stella Montis out of the map glitch, this will not affect other players because you will actually be unlocking the door, and all you need is a personal hotspot. Now, I want to shout out Everything Glitches. On their channel, he was able to actually show us that this glitch is still working. You can check his Discord and video in the description down below, but how this works is very similar to how it did before. There's actually a second method that you can do as well. I'm going to show you both today in this video. So without further ado, let's head into method number one. This is the new method. It's a little bit less reliable unless you're using it with Raider hatch keys. It's actually the best method. So have your hotspot ready and turn it off as soon as you interact with the Raider hatch. Then simply right click and drop your Raider hatch key, reconnect, and eventually your Raider hatch key should drop to the ground and it should unlock the hatch. Again, all you want to do is simply interact and disconnect at the same time, then simply drop your hatch key while still disconnected and reconnect back. Now, the new method doesn't really work too well with key cards, so I would suggest the old method. This is how you do it. Disconnect your Wi-Fi and you simply want to bring up your inventory and drop your key card. Make sure you're within reach of the door. You're going to reconnect and start spamming the E button if you're on PC to unlock the door, and what's going to happen is one or two things. Either you're going to drop your key card and the door will not open, or you will drop your key card and the door will open. So here it is working correctly. You're going to see it work every single time if you time it perfectly. However, even with all of my experience of doing this 100+ times, I still mess it up. But good news is, with this old method, you actually have no risk of losing the key card whatsoever. As long as you don't continue to spam while you have the key card in your inventory, then you should be good to go. So just repeat the steps that I did and you can easily unlock any door in the game. But that's not all. You can actually practically instantly exfil. It's ridiculous, especially for damn control tower. It can take you so long to get down and get over to the exfil, several minutes. All you need to do is just simply jump off the tower and then Alt F4 before you hit the ground, and what's going to happen is when you load back up your game, you're going to have this reconnect available. Now, it doesn't work every single time, as you can see here. However, if you are close enough to the ground when you Alt F4, you're actually only going to take the fall damage of that last little bit. So here's an example of it working. You can see I'm almost to the ground, and then once I actually load back into the game, what's going to happen is I'm going to load up and I'm going to have taken a lot of health off of my bar there on the bottom left. However, I'm not down, and you just saw me jump all the way up the top bar. So all you have to do is do that every single time. You just Alt F4, load back in. It took me about 30 seconds to actually do that, and you can easily get over to an exfil. Now, is this necessary? No, but it's still a glitch, guys. It's just a method. It's something that I found cool, so I wanted to post it. Alright, so let's head into the next video. I'm going to show you exactly how to mitigate all fall damage in arcraiders. This is absolutely broken, and it's just absolutely ridiculous, to be honest with you. You may be asking yourself, okay, but why are you showing footage of you going down, Wesley? Okay, and I can explain. There's multiple different ways that you can mitigate fall damage in arcraiders right now that I'm going to show you in just about 60 seconds. This will save your life and save so much time. Have you ever been playing arcraiders and you suddenly have to get off, but it's going to take you 5 to 10 minutes to even leave the game? Well, sometimes you are up top in a tower somewhere and it's going to take you a while to get down. I'm going to show you how you can mitigate all of that time extremely quickly. Now, there's multiple different things that you can use, such as this pulse mine here, and you can easily just trigger it with your gun and fall off at the same time. What will happen is you will actually get staggered, and the animation will prevent you from actually taking any fall damage whatsoever. Now, you can also do this by exhausting yourself and then simply rolling off of an edge, and any of these animations, like you can see here, will eventually allow you to actually not take any fall damage by the time that you hit the ground, but they do have a height limit. So how you avoid that is by literally closing the game. I'm not joking. So sometimes on arcraiders, you can actually figure out new glitches by simply running into issues, and one player was able to figure out that you can actually mitigate all fall damage by Alt F4ing if you're on PC right before you hit the ground. And what happens is when you Alt F4, you always get a reconnect available prompt that shows up when you start back up the game. And when you reconnect, you should have only taken the fall damage from that last portion of the fall. You can see a lot of my health is gone, but I was able to jump off a space tower without going down. Now, there's multiple other locations that you can go for glitches, including Stella Montis, that still has multiple out of the map glitches, including this one at the Seed Vault Extract. Now, Stella Montis is a map that has been known for a lot of out of the map glitches, and this one is no exception. You can literally jump through walls with this glitch, and honestly, if I didn't have Care Bear lobbies, I would be doing this right now. So if you have PvP lobbies, this glitch is for you. Just simply follow the path that I do right here. It will likely take you multiple tries to get it the first time, and what you will notice is that when you jump up into the fan here, the timer will no longer show at the top of your screen for the exfil. The reason for that is because you are not actually in the exfil, so you can easily jump back out through the fan by diving here, and now you are inside of the seed vault without even having the extract going. Absolutely broken glitch if you want to camp people and wait for them to actually try to extract the seed vault. Just make sure that you start the extraction process yourself and jump out before time runs out, otherwise you might get stuck. So there's also multiple different glitch spots that you can get massive loot in Stella Montis, including this one right here. Just simply use the film as reference for where I am at. You can see here by the zip line and the broken bridge, you can use a little bit of cross referencing there to figure out where I'm at. And this is actually a spot that was discovered a few weeks or a month ago from other players who actually were able to loot this. Absolutely ridiculous, and definitely a hidden spot that most of the time is not looted. However, when I first recorded this, of course it's looted, because my luck is absolutely terrible. But if you look down into these crates right here, you can loot multiple different boxes that people typically leave behind. So even if this area is looted, you can easily loot it. Now make sure that you watch out for some of these holes, because you can get stuck permanently, because this is not an intended area for players to go in. It was just simply a mistake by Embark leaving this area open. But we're not done yet. There's actually a better spot in the assembly workshops. Now this was popularized by Shroud. Actually, he's someone who goes into this location all the time for some of the best loot in the game, and I gotta say, guys, these yellow trays right here, absolutely broken. It is so ridiculous the loot that you can get here, but it's almost always looted. So you want to make sure that you actually spawn over towards this area. You can run a free loadout if you want. It's so easy, because then you can just surrender and spawn right back in. But I was getting Exodus modules and all these other pink items just back to back to back. It is absolutely disgusting how good the loot is here. I was getting easily 100k every single run. You may get less lucky, you may get luckier, but definitely do this on night raids because it absolutely ups the loot that you could possibly get on Stella Montis. And when you're getting consistent loot like this, where you're easily able to get minimum 70,000 in 5 minutes of gameplay, it's definitely a good place to go, because when you're getting those increased amount of pink items, you definitely are expecting blueprints as well. There's another spot over here on Buried City that you can go to that is a broken loot room. This one is typically not looted at the start of the game. However, if you do show up late, just keep in mind it's something that you should just surrender and reload in. So a lot of these loot spots that I'm showing you right now, you should 100% just run free loadouts, and this is good if you need materials, trinkets, such as this location right here on Hospital on the 3rd floor. You can easily come over to this room right here with the red lockers, and you will easily get all of the trinkets that you need, including the comfortable pillow and so much more. But all of these spots, again, I would definitely run as a free loadout, just because if you need that material, if you need that money, if you're running low on something, you can easily just do these runs and then switch back to your main raid. So that's about it. If you've watched up to this point, make sure you comment the word bananas down below. I like to show a special token of appreciation to those who watch the entirety of my videos. And otherwise, thank you so much for supporting. Make sure you join the giveaways in the Discord in the description down below, and I will catch you in the next one.